Let me see what is going on. Let me see if this is working, this thing. Oh shit, I am live. Oh snap, guys. Look at this. Let me see what is going on. So it's been a while. And for some reason I don't have my chat here, guys. Let me see if I can zoom out this camera a little bit better for you guys. It's been a while. I'm kind of excited with this new setup I've been building. It's not completely done, guys, but there's gonna be a lot more fun stuff behind for this. All right, let's do. No, not green. I'm going through colors here, guys. I'm going through colors, brother. Just leave it white. Just leave it like that. But yeah, guys, there's gonna be a lot more fun stuff. I got a nice shelving with a nice couple of items behind me and stuff like that. Went through a lot. It's been a rough ride. I'm also trying to, in the process of getting a nice new camera, guys. Everything's gonna be better. I promise. I'm gonna be more consistent. I've gotten a couple of DMs, not a lot. I know a lot of you guys, either we talk on Twitter or we're from NYU and stuff like that, but it's always nice to have a little space where you can go off on a tangent and speak on your own about stuff and talk about this beautiful team that we love, the New York Yankees. What? A lot of you guys, the Yankees, shout out to the chat. I'm pulling you up manually because for some reason I can't get you guys on OBS. Not sure. Let me see something. Yeah, I can't get you guys on OBS, so let me pull you guys in here manually. Here we go. Here we go. What do we got here in the chat? Oh shit, Tina. Hey, how's it going, Tina? Jacob Petruzzi, what's up, Jacob? Are you going to Spaces later or whatever? Let me know. Yeah, man, I just wanted to make a quick video. I'm probably gonna be here only a couple minutes. Say thank you to everybody. I'm trying. The goal is obviously to get to very close to 1,000. Get to 1,000. Stay consistent. Continue with the shorts. And continue with giving you guys at least 2 or 3 times a week a little late night with Kev here. Talking about this New York Yankees. The Yankees lose their first series against the Oakland A's, and in Bronx or Nowhere with Christian, we kind of talked about the offense and how great the pitching has been, and the offense kind of fell apart, and this bottom of the order has been completely abysmal. So, yeah, man, what are the Yankees going to do? I don't. It's always interesting to see when it comes to the New York Yankees and what they choose to do with the bottom of the order or with the guys that they have that are struggling at the moment. Obviously, Amed Rosario swinging the bat well. Even though he didn't get a hit today, he had 2 walks out of 4 plate appearances, so that's good to see. So, I mean, are the New York Yankees going to go ahead and do the right thing and play the guy who's better at the moment? Only time will tell, right? They did play, they surprised a lot of us by playing Amed Rosario on back-to-back days. And will they continue to do that? McMahon has actually been unwatchable. Honestly, if we're being completely honest, McMahon has been unwatchable. You guys can let us know in the comments what you guys think. But McMahon, Jazz, Wells, I expected Caballero to struggle. I didn't expect him to have a hot start. That's fine. So I'm not gonna kill Caballero. But for people to be clamoring for Anthony Volpe's 662 career OPS to come back to New York is a wild sight to see. McMahon has a 7 OPS plus. He's literally, I think, the worst hitter in baseball at the moment. Not where you want to be. Will New York swallow and spit McMahon out whole like they did to Joey Gallo? Only time will tell. That is always something with guys that you bring over to New York. I don't want, obviously people think that we speak this way and we want these guys to do bad. That's utter nonsense. That's not what we mean. We're just calling things out the way they are. Yes, it is early, we understand, but just like a guy can be hitting 90. I think he's hitting 78. A guy could have been hitting 400. TJ Rumfield is hitting, I think, 350. Peraza's hitting, you know what I'm saying? Caleb Durbis is struggling, those past Yankee prospects. But, yeah, man, what the Yankees will do, only time will tell. I want to shout out the pitching. The pitching has been phenomenal, right? The starting rotation, Max Fried and Cam, have been an utter joy to watch. Cam didn't have his best stuff. His velo was down. It was a cold night against the first game against the Athletics, and he still only held them to 3 runs. This Oakland's teams can hit, guys. They have Nick Kurtz. They had at that point they had a Rooker. Looks like he has an oblique now injury. I think he got injured today. Langoliers got off to a great start. Soderstrom, I don't know if I mentioned him. So they're top of the order can hit. Oakland, they have offense. What they don't have is defense. And for the Yankees to only score 1 run in 2 nights, or 2, they lost 3-2 the day before. And today they couldn't score anything, so it's not ideal. Yeah, they lost 2-3, and today they lost 1. So the Yankees in this series against the A's scored 7 runs, but 4 of those 7 were Ahmed Rosario, 3-run homer and a solo shot for Theo Ahmed Rosario. So shout out to Theo Rosario for having a nice series. Shout out, I want to talk about, listen, here, we are going to talk about the Yankees, but we're also going to talk a little bit about what I love to talk about, which is a little bit about the prospect side. Shout out to Yankees Farm and Carlos. This was the last time I've been on Yankees Farm. You know, some of you used to hit me up all the time, but now you don't. But it's all right. I see how it is. I haven't been watching 100% all the guys, but I'm keeping an eye on Volpe. Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío, Anthony Volpe. ¿Qué es lo que vamos a hacer con Anthony Volpe?
I might as well enjoy them big cans.
I have been keeping an eye on George Lombard Jr., obviously Jason, Spencer Jones, Elmer, Carlos Lagrange. Those are guys that are obviously we're watching. Ben Hassan Cunningham, Brendan Beck, a couple of starts that coming back from injury. I want to keep an eye on him. Yeah, man. Jason went 3 for 3 with a walk today, which 4 for 3, 3 for 4. What am I talking about? With a walk, so he was on base 4 times today. Shout out to Jason. He's been scorching hot, continued since spring training. He's looked better in left. He did have a drop ball, I think his first or second game. He's looked better in a couple of his routes. He was playing center field yesterday. He had an error, but it was a ground. It was a line drive, 1 hopper or something like that, or a ground ball where he bobbled and the guy went from second to third. So obviously he gets an error. It wasn't a fly ball that he dropped. So, yeah, man, it's just interesting to see what the Yankees are going to do. Grichuk went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts today. So what exactly, how long should I say, are the Yankees going to play this Grichuk hand? Because my whole thing is you have Schumann in the minors. He's had I think he's a career on base 500 over 500 plate appearances. He's a career 306 on base percentage. Again, we have to go to these lengths to say that this guy is better than this guy, and honestly, they shouldn't be the Yankees shouldn't be battling for scraps for 3, 4, 5 guys at the moment, but they are. So I don't want to see the Grichuk plan play out. Give that to Schumann. Schumann can play the infield and he can play the outfield. He's a righty as well. So give that to him. Give George I would give George Lombard another 50 at bats in the minors, and if he's still raking in 175, 80 at bats, just move him to AAA. I'll leave him in AAA. It's gonna be interesting to see what the Yankees do with him. Everybody says his glove is ready. I don't want to rush him. But when a guy is destroying the minors the way it is, I mean, I don't know at what point is his confidence going to be any higher than that. And I will say that I don't want to add this kid to this lineup if the lineup is struggling, because then that would add unnecessary stress on young guys like George Lombard Jr. Elmer Rodriguez had another stellar outing. I saw that from Carlos from Yankees Farm. I thought Longoraje struggled. Even Luis Hill struggled in his start. But again, it was very. I think it was. They were playing in Buffalo. It was. I like to make excuses, but I mean, if it was cold here, I could imagine how cold it was in Buffalo. I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, man, those are guys that we're gonna keep an eye on, see who can break the MLB club this year. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see Jason at one point. I mean, especially if he continues to hit well from the right side. So shout out to him. Big Martian guy over here. You know, I'm always gonna prop up Jason Dominguez. I get he needs to figure it out defensively. I've never said I'm against that stuff. So, but yeah, man, what are the Yankees gonna do? They got this series now with Tampa. They're going back to the shithole of the Trop, which it is known as a shithole. I'm sorry, I'm not the one that named it that, guys. I'm sorry. Just give us Caminero and I'll stop calling it a shithole. But the Yankees start a series against the Rays. I believe it is going to be Luis Hill debut tomorrow. It's still 11 o'clock, so yeah, Luis Hill's debut tomorrow. And it's going to be Luis Hill, Max Fried, Cam Schlittler. You can't get any better than that. We have to win ball games. There's no reason Ryan Weathers went out there, put up eight innings, 1-run ball, and we can't score a run or two to help this guy out. It's just crazy to me that that's the position that the Yankees were in today. So I don't know how long I've been here. 12 minutes. I'll give you guys 15, like I said, another 3 minutes. I don't know if there's anything else I want to shout out to Giancarlo Stanton for a great start. Ben Rice as well. Shout out to those two. Who else is Bellinger started off pretty good, and then he's cooled off a couple of games. The $22 million man, it does have a 379 on base percentage, but he's hitting like 179, 180. That's not what you want to see. We want to see better stuff from him, and we want to see some of the home runs that we all were told that he was going to, the underlying metrics were going to repeat this year. So it's going to be interesting to see how this Trent maiden voyage goes. I'm using the Yankee hyperbole for you guys. His sea legs and all this other shit, that the nonsense that...
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Everything they talk about over there. So it's going to be interesting, and let's see what the Yankees do there. Yeah, man, I'm going to read it out for you guys because it's not good, man. These are the OPSs of New York, of these New York Yankees. This is not slugging or on base, which is crazy. McMahon is a 319 OPS. Caballero is a 362. Wells is a 486. Jazz is a 511. Grisham is a 597. That's like worse than Volpe with no home runs. But his on base is 379. He's doing. But again, if Judge isn't hitting, it's rough to just, you know what I'm saying? Like we need Judge, and Judge deserves to take the time that whatever time he needs to get his self right, bro. I'm not gonna hit here and go crazy on Judge, but Rosario has a 941 OPS, which is funny, but he doesn't have many at bats. Stanton, shout out to him. He's hitting 326 with a 812 OPS. But the guys that I mentioned, those guys have been putrid. It's been horrendous. Not only is Wells hitting 168, Caballero's hitting 135, and Grisham is hitting 162, and McMahon is hitting sub 100. These, the 100 hitting Yankees is what they are. Jazz Chisholm is 186. Shout out to Ben Rice as well. Sorry. But yeah, when you have Jazz, Wells, Cabby, Grisham, and McMahon doing what they're doing, and murky waters with Grisham because he is getting on base, but yeah, it's gonna suffer. The Yankees offense is gonna suffer, and it's more than 50% of your lineup is not hitting right now. So what are you gonna do? What are the steps the Yankees gonna? I would consider right now just to continue to play Ahmed Rosario. Yes, even today he didn't have any hits, but he had 2 walks. Looks like he's seeing the ball well now. He's a great clubhouse guy. He'll play and then take his back seat when he has to. He understands that. He's at a stage in his career where that works. And Yankees got to put up some runs, man. However it is. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do moving forward. But this offense looks horrendous. Shout out to McMahon and his 7 OPS plus. I've never thought I would see something like that. Yes, I understand it is a small sample size, but you guys, we know that he was a sub 90 OPS guy anyway. He was like what? What is this? Let me save this. Let me just pull this up before I leave. All right, Ryan McMahon. Vamos a ver a Ryan McMahon. Oh, Dios. Vamos a ver los números de este. Oh, he's a 91 OPS plus, so he's below average career-wise. Yeah, but is he going to pop 20 homers? Oh, let's see. He only hit 4 with the Yankees. I mean, again, this is not to shit on him, but as a Yankee now in 65 games, he's hitting 189 with a 303 on base. It's kind of crazy how he can still have a better on base percentage than Anthony Volpe. He has a 600 OPS. He has a 70 OPS plus as a New York Yankee. He has not been good since last year. You can say what you want. He's only projected to get 19 home runs this year from a baseball reference. I got to check Fangraphs. I don't like to go about that, so I'm not even going to say that. But yeah, he was struggling in spring training, and those Wolves continue to struggle in the regular season for Ryan McMahon. It's interesting to see what he's going to do. Of course, I am not completely out on him. We have him for another 2 years, so he needs to figure it out. If not, the Yankees are going to be in a rough spot again when it comes to the left side of the infield. So, guys, if you guys watch this tomorrow on your way to work, thank you so much. The start of this started rocky because I wasn't even sure because the OBS is not showing me my account when I'm going live. So thank you guys so much for chilling with me or rewatching this on the back end. I'm going to try and do this more often. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Let's see what the Yankees do. I'll probably do another if I get my camera this weekend, but if not, I'll probably just wait for the series of Tampa to the end. I'm probably going to want to get in the groove of doing these every series, maybe. You know, like I used to do when I first came on here. I used to recap kind of every series and talk about some of those things. But yeah, man, I thank you guys all for reaching out and always asking if I was going to come back. Always those selected few that just always reach out, man, and wish you truly the best. This game of content creation isn't as it's what I say. It's like you have so many friends and family, and it's funny. They all ask you how you're doing. Oh, I see your stuff, but I'm like, and I don't care. I don't care for likes. I really don't. I know people with bigger accounts. I don't ask people to retweet or like any of my stuff, but it's funny how sometimes they would say, yo, this tweet was hilarious or this video was hilarious, and they can't even retweet it or they can't even repost it or they can't even like it. But God forbid you start to get perks of your content creation, like you get signings or you get to meet some people or you get to go to the stadium and you get to take a friend here and there. Some of those people were asking me, yo, I would love to go, or some people already asked me, yo, you get free tickets? Can you hook me up? And I was like, brother, I never even seen you comment fire emojis on any of my videos, and that takes you 3 seconds. And you're already asking me if I got free tickets. It's just funny how the world works. When it comes to asking you for stuff, people are very, very, very aware. But when it comes to supporting you, supporting your friends, even with a like or retweet a post or a comment, that people can't find the time to do that. So imagine if you had a business of your own, if you had a restaurant, or if you had a mechanic shop, whatever the case may be. Imagine how your closest, dearest friends will not even probably shop or eat or do anything. It's just crazy to me that we live in a world where everybody's. It's the easiest thing is to comment and like. I mean, when people comment happy birthday, it's the easiest thing they can do. And we're grateful. Listen, I don't want 50 people calling me for my birthday. I don't like even celebrating this shit, to be honest. It's depressing when you start getting old, right? But it's just funny when you start doing things for yourself, either like a small business or a side hustle, and they'll ask you how you're doing. They'll watch what you're doing. They'll even tell you, "Hey, I see your stuff. You're doing great. This, that, and the third." But dude, they can't even show love to the channel, or they can't. Half of you motherfuckers probably not even subscribe, which is kind of crazy, right? But that's the world we live in, guys. Everybody's out for themselves. I just wanted to speak a little bit on my. We'll do this a little bit. You know how I am. I go through phases. A lot of the people that are here are we talk on the, like I said, on Spaces or then where I use stuff, and I appreciate the love and everything. Shout out to Rich ESB. Shout out to P Simonetti and NYU and all that. Big things are coming. That studio is gonna be phenomenal. It's gonna just take everything to the next level. Find people who love what you do and have the same ideas and motivations as you do. You know, sometimes we don't want to be rude, or we don't want to either your family members or your past friends, but if they're not in the same wavelength as you right now, then sometimes you got to find people who are and figure it out yourself. Like I just said, ranting about these last 5 minutes about how people still won't show love when it's something as easy as hitting a like or commenting on somebody's post. It's kind of crazy. So if you were here to the end of the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please smack that like. It helps tremendously. You wouldn't believe. And if you want to comment, it's not obligated. I know a lot of people do. If you want to comment some fire emojis, that lets me know that you saw until the end. And thank you so much. And like I said, we will be seeing a lot more Late Night Kev with a much upgraded camera and all that stuff. We're going to have some fun this year. There's going to be baseball. There's going to be life talk. It is what it is. Anything goes here. And this is why we create these spaces, so we could just talk mainly about the Yankees, but a lot of other stuff on these lives and having fun. So thank you guys again. Enjoy your weekend if we don't speak again. Today is April 9th, 2026. It's your boy Kev. Thank you so much. Hablamos el lunes. Gloria a Dios. Gloria a